It's now been about a week since the campfire desolation, and the smog is finally cleared out enough by the rains that we can get out and do a little exploring. Doing a little walking tour of the Marina and Cow Hollow districts, which are at the northernmost portion of the city, right before you get on the Golden Gate Bridge heading towards Sausalito and Marin County. For better or worse, this is known as the yuppie part of San Francisco, where all the clean-cut young professionals and young families reside. We'll then take a quick walk up to the more toney Presidio Heights, and we'll backtrack down via the Presidio. Let's walk after this opening sequence. We're going to start our walk here at Crissy Field East Beach. The best way to get here is via Uber. But if you get here early enough, you can drive your car, as there is a free lot located right next to the beach. Toney is a little bit more convoluted, as the closest stops are off the 30 line at Richardson and Francisco, or off the 28 line at Divisadero and Chestnut. And then there's probably about a 15 to 20 minute walk. In the morning, it gets pretty foggy, but by the afternoon, the marine layer has burned off and you get great views of the Golden Gate Bridge, Sausalito, Tiburon, Alcatraz, and way in the distance, the East Bay. On the weekends, this beach is packed with local families out enjoying the sun and sand. This little bit of the city is fairly exposed, so the winds are great for kiteboarding. From here, head east along this marina, which borders the St. Francis Yacht Club behind me here. At the end is the wave organ, an art and science installation that harnesses the power of the wind to make music. It was originally created as an exploratorium exhibit when it was located here in the marina. There are concrete and PVC pipes of varying lengths that are submerged into the water and attenuate different tones based on the level of water in it. However, this only works at high tide, which is roughly in the mornings and the evenings, but you should definitely check a tide chart for the most accurate schedule. From here, we're going to backtrack, and then we'll take Baker Street over to the Palace of Fine Arts. Originally built for the 1915 Panama Exposition, the Palace of Fine Arts once used to house the Exploratorium, but now is used mainly as exhibition space. It's very popular with both tourists as well as professional photographers, and you can see why. When you're ready to move on, let's continue down Baker, and we're going to make a left onto Chestnut. The two don't really intersect, as Richardson cuts off that intersection, so just make the left onto Richardson. Chestnut is the main street of the marina and has all sorts of great retail and eateries. It was much quainter about 20 years ago, but as with most of the retail around here, it's given way to a lot of corporate chains, so it's lost a little bit of its unique character, but it's still fun to do a little window shopping around here. Let's pop into Blackwood's for a quick brekkie. Blackwood's is a Thai-American fusion diner kind of concept. They're open from 9:30 to 3:30 for breakfast and also dinner, and if you come on the weekends, it's usually pretty packed. Come on, let's go in. I'm going to get two of their more popular items, the hot stone pot, which is similar to a Korean bibimbap, with a sizzling rice on the bottom and topped with some steamed asparagus, some spinach, some carrots, bean sprouts, red bell peppers, and it's all topped off with a sunny side egg. So delicious. It's got other vegetables in here like mushrooms and marinated cucumbers, and the rice has a little bit of a sauce that tastes almost like a plum sauce mixed into it. So good. And it's also nice and piping hot, which is perfect comfort food for a cold day like this. And their signature dish is Billionaire's bacon, which is thick cut bacon that's smothered with maple syrup. Yum. Oh my gosh, the taste is so heavenly. This bacon has very little fat to it, and so it almost tastes like barbecue ribs. It's so meaty. Look how thick that is. And there's this delicious smoke quality to it, and it's only very slightly sweet. This is definitely a must order when you're here. Let's continue our walk, heading right or south on to Fillmore. On the corner of Fillmore and Greenwich is Plumpjack's, which has been here forever. This back here is the original retail location of what is now the Plumpjack Empire, and it spans several wineries, including hot newcomers Cade and Odette in Napa, boutique hotels in Tahoe, Carmel, and Palm Springs, and several restaurants, including the one right across the street, Balboa Cafe. Come here for a very well-curated stock of very hard-to-find and unique wines. A few blocks up, you'll run into Union Street, which is the main drag of Cow Hollow, a small neighborhood that separates the Marina from Pacific Heights. Head left or east to do a little bit more window shopping. Much like Chestnut, Union Street has also been invaded by its fair share of corporate retail chains, but it's managed to hold on to more of its unique boutique stores. This is my favorite store on Union. Atoya Top Drawer is a super cute Japanese stationery and gift store that appeals to the OCD in me and is super kawaii. Most of the soft items here have been designed and manufactured in-house, and the rest of the items have been highly curated to reflect this store's concept of high-quality tools for the creative mobile lifestyle. Once you get here to the end of the commercial section of Union Street at Gough, look to your right for McElroy's Octagon house. There are only 3 of these left in existence. The McElroy house behind me here, the Lookout Station at Land's End, which is deserted, and the Pfizer house, which is a private residence in Russian Hill. Octagonal houses were very popular in the 1850s, and conceptually it was believed that the rounder shape helped to maximize the internal space as well as provide 360-degree external views. Inside it's been restored and it's open to the public for viewing, but it's got very limited times. We're going to continue down Gough until we hit Broadway. We're now in Upper Presidio Heights, and there are a ton of these beautiful Victorians all around. So stop every once in a while and look up. Once you get to the top, you're going to go right, heading west. You'll notice that all along Broadway there are some gorgeous mansions. About 3/4 of a mile down, starting at Divisadero, is a section nicknamed Billionaires Row, which aptly reflects the net worth of the individuals who live here. This is our version of LA Star Tours. This area was originally made by old money families like the Gettys and the Haas family, who are the founders of Levi Strauss. But when the internet started booming in the 90s, this neighborhood was slowly taken over by new tech money, including luminaries such as Larry Ellison, the CEO of Oracle, Johnny Ive, the head designer of Apple, and Jeremy Stoppelman, CEO of Yelp, and many, many more. Rumor has it the old and the new don't get along so well. Must be very interesting home association meetings. About a mile down, Broadway dead ends into the Lyon Street steps. Here you get a spectacular view of the Marina and Cow Hollow below. These steps are actually a part of Lyon Street. San Francisco is so hilly that in the good old days, these blocks were too steep for roads, and so they put staircases in instead. If you want to walk down and back up again, there's a beautiful little terrace at the bottom. Next to the top of the Lyon stairs is an entrance to the Presidio. This was originally the main fort of Spanish San Francisco until it got turned over to the U.S. Army and used as a military base until it closed in 1994 and was turned over to the National Park Service. Some of the old buildings were turned into residences and commercial property, but most of the natural beauty and the trails are left here for the locals to enjoy. We're going to go in and backtrack all the way back down to the Palace of Fine Arts. At Presidio Boulevard, you're going to cross over and come down here to take the Andy Goldsworthy Wood Line. How beautiful, a heart. If the wood path is too steep for you, you can also come down Lover's Lane here, which is paved. They intersect right here. Take it right here at Liggett. And you're going to pick up Presidio Ave after about a block. Here's some of the cute houses that used to be officers' quarters. We're going to cross over here at Lombard and then take the little pathway down this way to Letterman. And right across the street is the Lucasfilm ILM campus. Come on, let's go over and check it out. The bulk of their team has now moved down to LA, and these buildings are mostly occupied by VCs. This is where George Lucas and his colleagues bring films like Star Wars, Jurassic Park, and Aquaman to life. Off to your left in the courtyard is the famous Yoda Fountain, which many Star Wars fans make the pilgrimage to. Don't forget to get your selfie there. And if you arrive here on a business day, you can pop into the lobby right behind the fountain and check out some of the very cool Star Wars paraphernalia. Walk through the campus and right in front of you, you'll see the Palace of Fine Arts. And it's just a quick hop right back out onto the pathways here. And that concludes our walking tour of the Marina, Cow Hollow, and Upper Pack Heights. Thanks for joining me today, and if you found a really good shop or eatery, please do share in the comments down below. Until next time, peace.